personnel.
From Thunder Bay, Diana Nakonechny. And from Hamilton, originally from Nanaimo, BC, that's a familiar smile to people who have joined us over the years. Catharine Willis, as we bowl here in the third, and Willis with a strike up in 2. Wow, rattles everything around that back 8.
Well, that was the shortest answer I've ever heard from you. Anyway, we got some talent up here on the bowling approach. Watch the consistency with how Catharine lines up. Concentrates on her target out on the area of the arrows and then follows right straight through. Beautifully done.
So 3 marks, and the bowlers, both of them have marks in all their frames.
She's a 2-time champion in this TV.
Yeah. Catharine has been with us for a while. Mentioned 13th appearance. First time we saw her was back in 1987. It was the old Pins game at that time, and she won the Pins game twice, was a runner-up once. But this is just her second appearance on the Canadian Championships, and she was eliminated very quickly back in 2006, losing in the preliminaries. And even for people of her experience, the fact that this isn't tournament play, that this is really a very quick one game, better have it together or you could find yourself out.
Well, she normally has it together because she's practiced, bowled all those games. Because why does she bowl a youth bowler? By the way, we haven't even mentioned that. If you have some children at home, you'd like to have them something that they can enjoy for their lifetime. Get a hold of your bowling center or get a hold of the Bowling Proprietors Association, Bowl Canada, and they'll find you a bowling center where you can have them enjoy the game. Young little boys and little girls that like to see pins go down the lane just like Diana did.
Diana Nakonechny back-to-back for her out of Thunder Bay and Mario's Bowl. And yes, you're right, I have spent a lot of time in Thunder Bay, both winter sports like skiing and they have a great ski jumping facility there. For the longest time, it was the head of the training center for the national ski jumping team. Days of Stevie Collins and Horst Bulau and the Canadian national ski jumping team was really something special. And now she puts 3 together.
You are aging yourself.
Yes, I am.
Watch as she holds the ball here, brings it back, has her bowling index finger wrapped up, got that little finger thing on it, and now there's a lady looking for some action down the other end. Doesn't use any of the equipment this time around. Sort of flipped that ball rather than follow through with it, and paid the price.
Of course, we've seen Catharine now for many, many years. Originally from Nanaimo, and her sisters, of course, have been just a wonderful bowling family. But now she makes her home in Hamilton, Ontario.
Going across the lane, straight up and over there to get the 3 pins that were left standing, and bowls only about 6 to 8 games. In the old days when she was bowling a lot, she could bowl 20 to 30. Now she's bowling, but she's still averaging 215.
But look at the advantage now for Diana Nakonechny as she's up by the 12 pins through 3, but it's those strikes that Diana has working for her.
And it's all the positioning. If you get the strikes in a row, that adds so much more. Boy, that ball sort of fluttered out there. It didn't come back, hit the outside oil, and didn't come back into the pocket at all.
She's having trouble finding the head pin, huh?
You almost got a real split there because this way she got a bad enough one. You have to take the pin and forget the optical illusion about how far back that 10 pin is. You have to hit the front pin on the left-hand side and hope that it'll carry on through.
So an open frame for Catharine, who's struggling just a little bit as we reach the midway point. But Diana really has it going here. Diana, a former champion of the TSN Youth Bowling Classic. That was back in '97. She won a $1,000 scholarship. That's 4 in a row now.
Despite the slip.
And then she went on to be a Pins Game runner-up in 2003.
Interesting to note, the bowlers that are really into their game, I swear you could drop a bowling ball right beside them. They'd never notice it because they are so intent. You notice that on your other sports?
Well, some athletes are more intense than others. I mean, it just... the focus is what I admire about athletes like this. You know, just being able to shut things out, being to deal with the situation, the immediacy, the changes that have to be made.
Well, you've talked about it. I mean, you think about, first of all, you're bowling in a different center than maybe your normal one is. You've got television lights on. You've got cameras on. So you've got all sorts of distractions. Well, she broke off her string of strikes, so...
Diana's cousin, Ken Chepesiuk, is also here in Calgary. Welcome him. We'll see him, of course, in the men's 10 championship.
She knows what she needs to do is get the game going, and that hasn't happened yet. You're at this stage of the game. That's struggling a little bit. Catharine Willis. A well-known name all across the country.
That's better. That's better. So made the adjustment now here in the 7th.
Canadian 10-Pin Federation Hall of Fame inductee in 2005.
And look at the advantage, 46 pins through 6, but Willis with the strike up. Got another one? No.
Well, the thing that she does need is she does need to get nothing more but strikes, because if she doesn't, she just gives the opponent too much of an opportunity. Difference being, just the string of strikes there when you throw 4 together. Wow, what a difference it adds up. 30, 30, 30, and 30. Catharine is a life skills coach, Hill program company, and then bowling at the Burlington Bowl in Burlington, Ontario, and this young lady up here, Mario's Bowl. They've been around for quite some time.
She works at the Thunder Bay Casino. Oh, very nice. For Diana, we've gotten to know her now. It's all about the socks. You have to have a look at these that she's wearing today, because she comes out on the approach. These are the rainbow socks. She collects her socks, looks for lucky socks, and there they are. See that?
I believe that was one of her comments.
Yeah, she's
wear luckier socks.
Luckier socks. Good break to get the 10. Leaves the 6 standing.
It's like a bingo player has to have their little dabbers, their bingo dabbers, and their little
daubers.
They're
daubers.
Now they're called dabbers in Canada. Never mind the eastern area where you are.
You say dabber, I say dauber.
Watch your line up here for the spare shot.
Come back, come back. Oh, goodness, it just did.
Barely.
Watch this. I mean, it's just now.
If the heavier portion of the ball, yeah, I guess so, goes over the right-hand side a little more, it's in the channel. Catharine needs to get the action going. She got it going, but not enough.
Just couldn't push enough at the 7.
Well, she certainly knows the game enough that she knows that she's in trouble.
And
Diana's got 37 potential.
it's done. It's done. So Catharine Willis comes through with the spare in 9, but Diana Nakonechny, right now she has a 197 on the board. The best that Willis can do
198
is 188, I believe.
188.
188?
Yes, sir.
And so Diana Nakonechny is going to move on and play either Erin Quinn of Calgary, Val Olsen from Kelowna. Just a little too late for Catharine. We never really seemed to be able to put anything together. She had lots of spares, just the one open, but pin count.
And she really wasn't comfortable out there today at all. She was fishing around just a little bit. Represented Canada in Guadalajara, Dominion Republic, Singapore, Miami, and Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, her passport has quite a few stamps in it from around the world. As I mentioned before, certainly one of Canada's very, very best, Catharine Willis.
215 average back home in Burlington Bowl. Not any example of what she's capable on the program today. We've seen her win it. We'll see her again. There's a dancing pin, but that thing leaned over. Not quite enough.
187 the final count for Catharine Willis. But she'll take the seat and then not get up for the quarterfinal, because that'll be Diana Nakonechny. And you can just see the difference. Those 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes right through the middle of her game. That was the difference. That built up some pin count.
That's out of sigh of relief. She's actually very comfortable walking up to the approach, steady, and she's I believe in normal life she walks slow and casual. And if you do that, that's the way you should be bowling. Watch how she does this. There's nothing fancy about it. Just nice and easy and everything consistent. But boy, does she get the power on that ball from the knee bend. Gets all of the revolutions coming out of it. Watch on her last shot. We'll do it here. We'll give our camera people a shot here of her last foot as he lets go of the ball. Watch the ankle of her the dragging foot there. And watch how she keeps it down there and keeps all the power. And here she pushes it out nice and easy. And now watch this. She just keeps it right there, the toe right onto the approach. And that's why she's getting so much action.
And she leaves the 5-pin. What a game, though, for Diana Nakonechny. 236 for the Thunder Bay bowler. Quite the game. And so she'll advance. Now wait to see who she'll play in the quarterfinals here on Week 4 Canadian Bowling Championship.